gonna say publicly. But golly, all my high school friends and all my high school influences are gonna be here. So I'm just glad you came. You know, Hamilton Park is a special place. It was a community of single-family houses built from the ground up for colored families in Dallas, Texas. We love saying that, from the ground up. Like, how else do you build a house for colored families or otherwise? And most of us came from two-parent working households. You know, everybody called us rich. You know, the other colored people said they were rich or bougie, but we knew we could go to mom and dad and ask them for anything, and both of them would tell us no. And just like Hamilton Park was special, I was special in it. My mother gave birth to 4 of the greatest children in the whole wide world. 4 of the greatest children. I say 4 because I was born a twin brother on Thanksgiving Day. So I always grew up in the land of duality. Black, white, male, female, good, bad, light, dark, yin, yang, turkey dressing. They named my brother Cecil Anthony, and they named me Cecilia Antoinette. Cecilia after a saint, and Antoinette after a queen. So I knew I was going to do something special. Now, my older sister, Laura Kathleen, she was the brains in the group, graduated valedictorian. They just called her Princess. So we knew my mother was the queen, right? I was a bald-head baby until I was 2 years old, so that made my brother the heir apparent. And my younger brother, we just called Tweety, because he was always working on his little personal mission to try to fly. So I figured the only thing left for me to become was a goddess. So I spent my younger years as a goddess in training. My mother, Naomi Marie Gabriel, was an actress in Dallas, Texas. She's one of the few Negro actresses who worked at Theater 3, Theater Center, and the Black Academy of Arts and Letters is named their main auditorium for her. When I was a kid, she would encourage me to follow in her footsteps and learn that creation by James Weldon Johnson, God's trombone. And I would recite it in church, in school, and civic affairs. Now, they've invited me to recite it tomorrow night at the reunion dinner. But now that I know I'm a goddess ascending, I will do that piece. I will just do it my way. And goddess stepped out on space. And she looked around and she said, I'm lonely. I'll make me a world. And as far as the eye of goddess could see, darkness covered everything, blacker than 100 midnights, down in a cypress swamp. Then goddess smiled, and light broke, and the darkness rolled up on one side, and the light stood shining on the other. Then goddess took that light and rolled it around the sun. And with the light that was left from making the sun, she spangled the light of the moon and stars. Then down between the darkness and the light, she hurled the world. The goddess said, that's good. Goddess looked at her world and she saw that it was hot and barren. So goddess stepped over to the edge of the world and she spat out the 7 seas. She clapped her hands and the thunders rolled. She batted her eyes and the lightning flashed and the waters above the earth came down. The cooling waters came down. Then fish, fowl, beasts, and birds roamed the forest and the woods, swam the rivers and the seas, and split the air with their wings. And God said, that's good. Then Goddess walked around and looked around on all that she had made. She looked at her sun, she looked at her moon, she looked at her little stars, she looked at her world with all of its living things, and Goddess said, I'm lonely, still. Then this great goddess sat on the side of a hill With her head in her hand, she thought and she thought till she thought, I will make me. But more on that tomorrow night at the dinner. Once I realized what a working class real goddess, I knew that I had to learn how to value my world. I had to learn how to value my body, my private parts. Now my mother, she didn't call your private parts, you know, the P word start with a P, end with a Y. No, that was considered vulgar, like the bubble butt, the vestibule to the vagina, and unladylike. She likened your private parts to watermelon. She said it was your own little personal slice of life. I thought it was because it's so red, ripe, and juicy. You know what I love about watermelon? I love spitting the seeds. I would sit on the back porch and I would take a big old bite. I'd grab back just to see how far I could spit a seed. Girl, don't you sit on that porch with your legs gapped open, spitting those watermelon seeds across that yard. It's not ladylike. What's a lady? And don't you swallow those seeds either. They're gonna make a vine and grow a baby. So now I was confused about what to do with my watermelon. Because when I asked Mama about the ladies at the church who were getting so fat, she said, they swallowed a seed. You know what I love more than spitting watermelon seeds? I love playing with the little boys. I love playing with the little boys because they had balls, and I like playing with them. They called me a tomboy. And I wasn't just a tomboy, I was a super tomboy. They moved small children in my bus around. They had to outgrow because you couldn't wear them out. And it all started when I be outside with my brother playing marbles, and I draw a big old circle in the dirt. I draw a circle in the dirt. I came on, Mama, look, I want a big old bag of marbles. Girl, don't you know the only reason those boys are letting you play with them is so you get down in that dirt and show the CEO draws. So the next day I went out and I drew a bigger circle. Big old circle like that. Mama said, Mama, look, I want 2 big bags of marbles. Girl, I told you those boys are looking at the CEO draws.